I was brought up with the opportunity to engage with NJ Leap for a mock interview of, I believe at that time it was freshmen. And I walked into the door and I fell in love with the organization. I fell in love with their mission. The kids were very engaged, very well prepared. And I thought, what better way to serve the community than to continue engaging with this organization and with these kids. My funniest moment with NJ Leap is when we were going through a budget exercise with the students, in relating to their financial habits. That memory with that kid when we were talking about budgeting, and I had given him, I think it was like $500 for the week, and we talked about rent, we talked about the cost of rent, we talked about cell phones, and we were trying to save money for a concert. And I said, well, how much do you think concert tickets go by? He's like, oh, about 150. And I was like, well, you're going to be sitting up in the boondocks because there's no $150 ticket to go see Mark Anthony. And it was cracking up. I can provide that little aha moment for them. We create more conscious people that are going to go into society. And I think at the end of the day, I end up helping the parent out too. So I love that moment. You are only as good as you give. So for me, I always tell my members, like, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for somebody else. Why wouldn't you give that to someone? That is our responsibility as Latinos, as a minority, as immigrants, as women, to continue to pave the way for others, because the road doesn't end with us. We're just a vehicle to get to the end. We have to pass the baton, and only in sharing our experiences and what we've learned and the mistakes we made, because I think the biggest lessons are in the mistakes. Like, I'm not ashamed to share with the students that, my biggest regrets are not finishing, a higher education. That's my biggest regret. That hasn't stopped me from trying to achieve my goals. But if you have the opportunity to not make my mistakes, then I think you've reconciled for me. That's the only way we're going to keep this going, if we don't stop giving. Because in giving, I think I get more from giving than I give. But that's me. Our children are our future, and just like any investment, you want to invest in a bank, you want to invest in a car, invest in our kids. And that's my mission, like investing in our kids.